The American engineer, writer, and inventor Stephen Callahan, born in February 1952, did not realize that he would struggle alone for 76 days in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, facing sharks, towering waves, and storms. He would go through the most dangerous and courageous moments of his life, covering 1,800 miles in a small, damaged lifeboat while enduring hunger and thirst in his daring journey across the Atlantic. Callahan began his perilous journey from the Canary Islands in the Atlantic Ocean, which belonged to Spain, in 1982, heading towards the island of Antigua in the West Indies in the Caribbean Sea. He sailed aboard his small boat, Napoleon Solo, which was only 6.5 meters long and was built by his own hands. After the first few days of the journey passed peacefully, disaster struck on the fourth night. While Callahan was asleep, he was suddenly awakened by a loud crash on the side of his boat. A shark, or possibly a whale, had struck the vessel, creating a hole that allowed water to rush in forcefully. With little time to think, Stephen managed to escape into a 6-foot inflatable raft, taking with him essential survival items. These included 8 gallons of water, a fishing line, navigation charts, pencils, flares, solar-powered desalination devices, a small supply of food that would last only a few days, and a spear gun for fishing. However, the food he had taken ran out quickly, and the ocean seemed empty, even of fish. As days passed, he began collecting barnacles, a type of marine crustacean, and attaching them to the bottom of his inflatable raft, which started attracting small fish. On the 43rd day, Callahan was overwhelmed by despair when a fish punctured his raft. He felt the immediate threat of drowning and death as sharks circled around him. Recalling the moment, he described how he began screaming like a child before desperately attempting to repair the hole using a fishing line and a fork. During this harrowing period, he watched in frustration as 7 ships passed nearby, yet none of them noticed his tiny raft. Finally, on the 74th night, Callahan spotted lights from Marie Galante Island in the Caribbean. The next day, fishermen found him after being drawn to the flocks of birds flying near his raft, which had, in turn, been attracted by the Dorado fish that had been traveling with him. Surviving this incredible journey, Stephen Callahan became one of the world's leading experts in survival at sea.